Hi guys, I'm Shalmali Kholgade and I'm so happy and excited to be on Skinfiniti today with the lovely Dr. Jaishree Sharad, who happens to be one of the strongest pillars in my life because so much of being a singer and a performer has to be, to look good and feel confident. Because you look good, then you feel confident. So I think I'm really happy that we're doing this here today because there are a lot of questions that I had in my mind, especially makeup related. And I thought we could talk about that if that's okay.
Of course, why not? I mean, if you're okay, I'm okay.
Yes, indeed. So there are a lot of YouTube has been this constant buzz about do it this way, do it that way. This will not let your skin react, and this is the best way to remove makeup, or this is the best way to start your makeup, and it's just so confusing, and you're just wondering what is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So let's start. I'm going to start and ask you a lot of questions.
Sure. Shoot.
Before starting your makeup, is there anything that is the to-do thing to do before you start doing your makeup?
Yes, of course. Makeup can dehydrate your skin.
Okay.
So what you need to do first is, of course, cleanse your skin properly, depending on your skin type. If you have oily skin, use a salicylic acid based face wash. You know, if you have dry skin, use something as mild as Cetaphil cleansing lotion. Cleanse your face. Do not forget to moisturize. Okay. Now, I'm not asking you to use something thick, like, those night creams and all. No, you get water-based moisturizers.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
To name a few, there's Emollient, there is Toleriane fluid by La Roche-Posay. So these are very water-based and they will not cake on your skin. And then you can use sort of a tinted sunscreen, which blends with your skin, so you don't have that white cakey look. So you have Bioderma, which has a tinted sunscreen. Then there is Rivella by Cipla, which has a tinted sunscreen. So these are available.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's Neutrogena. Neutrogena has a moisturizer with sunscreen in it. So there are a lot of these brands which have good, stuff which you should first apply before you do your makeup.
So basically, it's a moisturizer and a sunscreen.
Sunscreen, yes.
Now, I have heard that I have a combination skin, which is like both, right? A mix of oily and dry. Then what kind of moisturizer would suit?
You will use a water-based one.
Water-based one.
You will use a water-based one. Yes, like an Emollient that I've told you.
Okay.
It's really very light on the skin, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then we've come to a moisturizer and a sunscreen before you start doing your makeup. Foundation. Now, I've been using MAC for a long time, and some days it's fine, and then the other days it's like really cakey, and maybe I don't know how to apply it right. There must be a certain way to apply it also.
Yes, yes.
But I'm not sure if the MAC foundation is the foundation for me. It's the liquid one that I've been using.
The liquid is good. Usually I would say that if you have oily, acne prone skin, then you should use a water-based liquid foundation. So don't use these cakey ones, which or the mousses which are available, because they will clog your pores and you will get more blackheads and more whiteheads eventually. So the liquid, but the oil-free liquid.
Cool. That's really cool. Okay. So if I put a liquid foundation, do I need to put a powder on top of it? Like what exactly does that powder do?
So if you tend to sweat or something, the powder is taking care of it, and that is why you just use a little bit of loose powder.
Okay.
So just that the foundation doesn't start crying and weeping.
Okay, for that reason.
Yeah.
Lipsticks. Now lipsticks, I've seen, like, if you do too much, I've seen it in older women who are in the habit of wearing lipstick every day. It causes a lot of blackness.
Or lipstick every day.
Yeah, but it doesn't cause this blackness, like, meaning I'm saying over a period of time, you get those really dark lips.
Yes, yes. So if the lead content and the mercury content is high in the lipstick, then your lips will get dark. So these dark lipsticks, typically the very dark red, the dark maroon, the dark brown, these are the ones that you should avoid. And even if you're using them, don't use them too often, and don't use them for long hours. And pick the best brands and avoid the matte ones. You know,
avoid the matte ones.
Avoid the matte ones when you're using these shades.
Okay.
You know, the others are okay. I mean, if you're using any pastel shades, lighter colors, etc., it's fine. So it's also the lip balms. You know, these days you have all these fruit flavored ones. You know, you want to lick them as you know, you feel like they're so tempting, and then you have these very nice fragrance ones. You smell good when you apply it. And then you have these menthol ones, and these are the coolant lip balms, so to say. But these are the ones which will cause more irritation, more allergy, and probably darkening of lips as well, although it's lip gloss.
So, as far as your lips getting chapped over the lipstick, like after wearing lipstick, and you can see those lines, and
yeah,
how
that's one of the toughest things, and that is when you should be only using glossy lipsticks and super glossy lipsticks. They are available nowadays, you know, those cream based ones.
Okay.
So use that, and before using that you apply a medicated lip balm, like a Bariederm lip balm, which is Bariederm, Bariederm, and there are a whole lot of others which you can use, and that gives a good covering. You can even use Boroline or ghee or malai
before applying the lipstick.
You can't do that before, but you can use these at bedtime. You know, and don't lick your lips, because the more you lick, the more saliva touches your lip, and that creates drying and further chapping. You know, which is very ironical, because when your lips are dry, you want to lick them.
Lick them. First thing you want to do.
And when you do that, it's a vicious cycle, because you're causing them to dry again. Yeah, so carry your balm with you. And
is it true that when you drink less water, also your lips get?
Very true. Of course, you have to stay hydrated.
There are so many different kinds of makeup removers that you get. The one that I have been using, I think, is like half oil and half water base. It's a Nivea one, which I think I like, because it just does the job quickly. And then, but what is the right thing for my skin or for a particular skin type?
See, first of all, it depends on your skin type. And many a times your skin tells you what suits you and what doesn't, because you apply something which doesn't suit you and you get a rash. So you know that this is not the right product for you. So if you have very dry skin, then you can use, a lot of people use baby oil, which is pretty much good. But if you have acne prone skin and oily skin, then you pretty much stay away from baby oil, except for maybe around the eyes. But as you rightly said, there are very good makeup removers available in the market, so use them. Use the cream based ones or oil based ones if you have dry skin, and the water based ones if you have oily skin. So the first important thing to remember is that you do not scrub and rub. You know, a lot of people take that cotton and like, you know, you can't do that. You have to be gentle on your skin. So it doesn't matter if you have to do it twice or thrice, but be very gentle and get everything out. Yeah.
Some days I feel like there's a lot of irritation around here.
Yeah.
Why does that happen?
That's when you've rubbed too much trying to remove that eye makeup.
I'm one of those people then.
You've tried. A lot of times, you know, some of the eye makeup doesn't come off very easily, and you have to scrub and rub. So it's also the product that you're using. You know, you've got to figure out the right kind of product, and don't use these.
Waterproof.
The longer lasting a makeup product is, the worse it is for your skin.
I was just gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
So even the lipsticks then, you shouldn't be
anything
using.
which says long lasting, it's bad for your skin.
Once you finish doing the makeup, there's that settling powder. Is that not powder? It's like a spray.
Yeah.
Is that important to do?
You can do that. That's not harmful. I mean, that's what it's like a setting spray, and it just keeps it for a longer period of time. You can do that.
How often you buy makeup products? They say that you should change it every 6 months. What is according to you?
So your eye makeup should change every 6 months. Okay, even if it is the best brand in the world.
Even an eyeliner.
Yeah. So your eye makeup, your mascara, your eyeshadow, your kajal, and you know, liner, everything. So every 6 months you've got to dump the old one. Your lipsticks you can use for up to 2 years. Yeah. But your foundation and you know your concealers and stuff every year. You need to throw it every year. So that's very important. Sometimes when people don't use it too often, you know, they're using makeup maybe once in 3-4 months, they have this tendency. I know, recently there was a lady who had come to me with a very bad rash, and we were trying to figure out, and she said, you know, I'm using the same makeup which I've been using for years, so it cannot be the makeup, it can't be this, it can't be. And then after digging and digging and digging, I realized that her foundation was 5 years old. 5 years old. She said, but I've used it only 10 times. That doesn't matter. Imagine every time you're opening it, the bacteria are going in and you're infecting it, you know. So it's not a healthy thing to do.
Right, right.
So lipsticks are the only things that you can probably leave for 2 years.
For 2 years. Okay. About the brushes that you use, you need to clean those brushes.
All the time. Fantastic question.
After every use, you would recommend
you know, I would technically, yes, after every use, but it's not practical.
Okay.
So what I normally do is I take all my brushes and put them, whether I've used them or not,
okay.
I will still take all of them and put them in like warm water, lukewarm water, with a lot of liquid soap in it. Okay. You know, I've even put one picture on Instagram where I've got everything, all my brushes in that, leave it for half an hour. And then just rinse that soap away and wash it once again. Allow them to dry completely. I think you should do that every week.
Every week?
Every week, because then you avoid all kinds of allergies and infections like that. It's important to remain hygienic. You may be washing your face 10 times a day, but what's the point if your brush that you're using is unhygienic, right?
Right.
So,
right.
yeah. So, thank you, Shalmali. I am really, really honored to have you and so grateful. And folks, she's got a channel which is called Shalmali's Den, and you must all subscribe to it.
Just as you must also subscribe to Skinfiniti, because this is where you'll get your most valued tips on everything skin related.
Thank you so much. So tweet to me at Jaishree Sharad and subscribe to Skinfiniti. We have a new video for you every week. Keep watching.